So one of the things that I've learned over the years when it comes to the products that I've been able to sell on the internet is that there's two different ways that you can do it. You can either sell physical products or digital products. But one thing that I've tried and I've been successful with is selling both at the exact same time. The reason why this is a powerful thing to do is because you're going to be able to upsell the physical products to the people that bought the digital ones and vice versa. And in today's video, I want to take you through the steps that I wish I knew from the very beginning because it would have allowed me to avoid many mistakes. And I do need to say before I get into this video that this should not be taken as financial advice. I'm not saying that any of you are going to be able to watch this video and at the end of it, you're going to start making money because that isn't true. You're going to always have to put the work in, you're going to have to put the effort into things. And there's always a risk when it comes to starting any type of online business. Please remember that the reason why I'm making this video is purely for entertainment or even education, so just treat it as such. But one of the first steps that I personally take when it comes to starting this side hustle is figuring out if other people are successful with what I'm trying to do. And these are some of the first steps that I'll take. So one of the first things that I'll do is jump onto a tool like Zeek Analytics, because with this, I'm going to be able to see if there's someone that is selling both physical and digital products. So I've just logged into my account, and what I'm going to do is just come over here to where it says Product Explorer. As an example, I'm just going to type in ebook just like this. And from here, it's going to be able to find me dropshipping stores that are selling both ebooks as well as products that they can upsell. Okay, perfect. So these are all of the different ebooks that are currently listed on various different Shopify stores right now as we speak. So I'm just going to scroll down and I'm going to pick one at random. Okay, so there's this one over here that's titled The Ultimate Guide to Better Posture. We can see when they first started selling it, how much they're selling it for, and the revenue that's been able to, been generated from selling this ebook. So if I want to get a deeper look into the store, I could just click into this link. And it's going to be from here where I'm going to be able to see, how good this store is performing, as well as all of the different products that they've got listed. So if I just click into this link and go directly to the product page, as you can see, it's a super simple Shopify dropshipping store that could be built in a matter of minutes. And I'm going to do it right before your very eyes and show you exactly what I personally do. So they've got this ebook for sale, that's teaching people or educating people on how they can have a better posture. But what they've also got is all of the other dropshipping products. So whenever they make a sale, everything is going to be automated on the back end, and the dropshipping supplier is going to make sure that the orders are fulfilled. And if we just go back onto Zeek Analytics, it's going to be able to show us exactly where these products are being fulfilled from. For example, there is this posture corrector right here, which looks like it's one of their best performing items. I could just click into this link and it's going to be able to show me all of these different AliExpress sellers. And what's interesting is that on AliExpress, this product is available for almost $9. However, on their site, we can see that they're selling it for around $47.99, which means that the potential profit is quite decent. So again, these are the steps that I take when it comes to being able to figure out if the strategy works or not. And as you can clearly see, selling digital products as well as physical products all in the same place definitely works well. Now, one of the first practical steps that I take when it comes to doing this is to, of course, build my site and load it with the physical products. The way that I do that is with this AI store builder. Now, I've shown this on my channel recently, but they've made some adjustments to it when it comes to the quality of the site that it's able to build for me. And it's the main thing that I use when it comes to testing out products, testing out different stores, and just testing out different strategies. The way it works is really simple. It's going to be able to get my website built within a few minutes. There's going to be some things that I need to select when it comes to what I want the website to look like, how I want the website to be in terms of the niche. In today's example, I'm going to be going with a pet store, and there's of course going to be other steps that goes into this entire process to make sure that the design is going to be integrated to the correct Shopify store. And of course, when it comes to using this AI store builder, it's going to be done using the Shopify platform. And at the time of me making this video, they're currently offering a 3-month trial. You don't need to go elsewhere. Everything is going to be done within the AI store builder. And as you can see, this is the site that it was able to build for me. Now, I would recommend, making some adjustments to it in terms of the logo, in terms of, other aspects of it. But for the most part, you don't really need to do too much. Everything is already optimized really well, but of course nothing comes easy. There's always going to be work that's going to be required. For example, making sure that your policy pages are updated. Also making sure that you've applied for a payment processor so that you can receive payments. These are the steps that I take when it comes to building brand new stores. But as you can see, all of the products are already added to the store right here. If I just click on catalog, all of these different items are ready to be sold. Now this AI store builder, as you can see, has only loaded the store with physical products, which means that you're going to have to be creative when it comes to making the digital products. And in today's video, I'm using ebooks as an example. So I'm going to show you what I do step by step when it comes to building ebooks and listing it on my Shopify store so that customers can see it. If they want to buy it, they can buy it. If they don't need to. But let me show you what I do. So one of the first things is to go over to this site over here called Gamma. Gamma is a really powerful tool that I've been using recently when it comes to making ebooks, making digital presentations. You know, it works quite seamlessly, works in a effortless way. There's going to be some adjustments that you need to make, but I'm going to show you as we go along. So I'm just going to click on generate, and I'm just going to say that I want it to make an ebook that is about pets. So in today's example, let me just say I want to make an ebook when it comes to grooming your dog. So I'm just going to write it just like that. You know, you can keep it simple. You don't need to put too much text. When it comes to the format of it, you need to change document to A4. So I'm just going to click on A4 just like this. And if you want to increase the amount of pages that's going to go into the ebook, what I do is increase the amount of cards. Now, I don't want this video to be too long because it can take time when it comes to processing the ebook. So I'm just going to leave it on 8 cards for this particular video. And then I'm going to click on generate outline. And it's going to be from here where Gamma is now going to show you all of the chapters that's going to go into the book. For example, as we can see, chapter 1 is keep your canine companion clean and healthy. Chapter 2, understanding your dog's grooming needs. You know, it's got all of these different subheadings over here. You can change it if you want. If you don't want it to generate an entire page or entire chapter about a specific heading, you can make any adjustments that you need to. But for the most part, I tend to leave it as it is and select the theme that I want. I'm going to select this one over here because it looks like it matches the brand that I'm going with. And I'm going to ensure that detailed is also selected. I found that it's really important every single time that you're making an ebook to ensure that it's got as much value in it as possible for the end user. So that's the reason why I select detailed. And from here, everything else looks okay. So what I'm going to do is just click on generate. Okay, perfect. So if you guys have watched my channel before, you already know how efficient this particular tool is. It's already gone straight to work to start producing each page that's going to go into this ebook. I'm not speeding up anything. Everything that you can see on the screen right now is being done right before your very eyes. So this is definitely a powerful way of being able to make an ebook because it's going to give you the basic structure, the basic format. And then once it's done, you're going to be able to go through it and make any changes that you need to. Back in the day when I had to make ebooks, you know, it took me weeks for me to figure out exactly what information I was going to put in it. So even though you might not want to sell it as it is, you're going to be able to use it as a basic foundation and then work from there. But as you can see, this is the completed ebook right here. You know, everything looks really well done. Everything looks professional. And, you know, as I said, you can change anything. You know, you can simply do it right here. If I want to delete the text, if I want to move any of these graphics around, I could do that. But let's say if you're happy with it and you're ready to export it, what you're going to do is just click on these 3 dots. And then you're going to come over here to export it as a PDF. And when it comes to making an ebook cover, the way that you're going to do that is by going over to Canva. So as you can see, I've just logged into my Canva account. I'm going to click on ebook cover, that one right there. And I'm just going to give you a rough example of what I personally do when it comes to making an ebook. Of course, I'll spend a little bit more time on it, but just to kind of give you a general overview, because this book is about dogs or animals, I'm just going to type in animal in there just like this. And as you can see, there's all of these different templates that I can choose from. Now, the one that I'm going to pick is going to be this one right here. So, of course, this book cover isn't going to work because it's about a bunny. So what I'm going to do is just remove the bunny just like that. I'm going to change this to dog grooming, or I'm going to change this one to dog and then this one to grooming. And then I'm going to change this to ebook. Just like that. And I'm going to get an animal of a dog for me to put right here. So we're going to put this dog over here just like this. And just like that, within a few seconds, I've now got my ebook cover. So I'm going to be able to export this to my MacBook. And then all I got to do from here is just insert all of the information. So I'm going to do that right now and I'm going to be back in a moment. Okay, so I'm back and this is basically what I'm going to do for now because it's just going to prove my point. So I'm just going to leave it just like this. I've inserted all of the information. I'm just going to change the price to this price just like that and then click on save. And now from here, if I go back over to my Shopify store, we're going to see that the product is available right here for customers to buy. So that's the basics of what goes into building a store that's going to have digital products. Every single time that my customers buy this, they're going to receive the ebook that I was able to make earlier when I showed you. And of course, from there, I'm now going to be able to upsell all of these other physical products that, goes hand in hand in terms of the niche. But right now, most of you are probably thinking, Sam, what you've shown us is amazing. And the fact that you're able to do this is truly outstanding. But how exactly do you even get people to be aware of your website in the first place? Now, there's a plethora of different ways that you can do this. You can, of course, use paid ads, Facebook ads, you can use Google Shopping ads. All of these are good choices. But the way that I like to do it, especially if I'm looking for an organic way, is to publish automated blog posts onto my Shopify store. And the way that I'm able to do this is with this tool over here that's going to allow me to connect a Google Sheet to ChatGPT and then ultimately to my Shopify store. Now, I do have to be completely honest with you, there is going to be a setup process and a learning curve that goes into making sure that you've built this in the right way. But just to kind of give you a quick overview or explanation as to how I'm able to run this, as you can see over here, I've got this Google Sheet. And within this Google Sheet, I've got these columns, the article title, the target SEO keyword, and the specific product that I want to promote in that article. From there, I'm now going to be able to come back over to make.com and tell my ChatGPT account to monitor this Google Sheet. And whenever a new article title has been added, it's now going to go straight to work to start producing a fully written article. And this can be done where it's automatic, where you don't need to go into it manually every single day for it to do it. But from there, what it's going to do is automatically publish it to my Shopify store. So just like that, if I just go back over to my Shopify store, I'm going to refresh it and there's a brand new article that's been published. So because I'm able to build stores like this and I'm able to connect them to a Google Search Console account, and I'm able to be consistent when it comes to publishing these different articles, there's a high chance I'm able to get a number of them ranked in the Google search results for me to get consistent traffic coming onto my site. And by no means am I saying that this is going to happen overnight. Of course not. There's going to be some consistency that's going to be required. You're going to have to make sure that you're always posting blog articles as often as possible. But with the help of these different automation tools, it just makes things that much more easier. But just to be completely honest with you, you don't want to just use one traffic source. You want to try and use as many different ones as possible. So even though, yes, this one is great, it's completely free and you can, automate it, you want to try different ones because you never know which one is going to work the best. But for the most part, those are the main things that I wish I knew before I got into this. Started earning money with my laptop. Of course, again, there's a lot more nuances, a lot more details that goes into the process. I just wanted to give you guys the main things that I wish I knew from the very beginning, because you're going to be able to avoid certain mistakes and also educate yourself in the best way. But if you've enjoyed this video, you've learned anything from it, don't forget to press the like button. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you wanted me to make a detailed step-by-step video showing you how I'm able to build AI agents just like this so that you don't have to do all the work yourself, just put in the comments down below, do the AI agent video, and I'll get onto it ASAP. And if you also wanted to watch a recent YouTube video that I made not too long ago, where in this video, I'm going to break down some of my favorite AI side hustles that I'm doing right now as we speak. You're going to be able to watch that by clicking the link over there. Check that out straight after this because that video has helped out countless people. I get so many messages on a regular basis on my Instagram DMs, comments, and my YouTube comments as well. So check that out. It's definitely going to help you out if you're able to stick through it from start to finish. But other than that, guys, I'll catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.